10 most beautiful places in Russia. We all know that Russia is the largest country in the world, but not everyone knows how many amazing and incredible places and natural wonders can be found on the open spaces of such a huge country. Indeed, many rare or almost no one ever come outside their city or region, but Russia is full of wonderful and beautiful places, and our lifetime is not enough to visit all of them, but better to see at least part of all these wonders. In this video, we look at 10 perhaps the most beautiful and amazing natural wonders of Russia, and every resident should see at least one of them. Of course, you can make your own list of places to visit, but in this video is 10 of such beauties which everyone should at least know, and I'm sure you haven't even heard about half of them. 10th place, Elton Lake. Elton Lake is one of the most interesting natural objects in the Volgograd region. It is a miracle of nature, Europe's largest salt lake, spread out among the flat steppe terrain on the area of 152 km². Among the Volga desert steppes, there is a huge bowl with Elton Lake with golden pink shade water, fringed with wide strip of sparkling white salt crystals. It's hard to find a place that could be compared with Elton beauty and diversity of landscapes. Lake shoals, beaches, picturesque delta flowing into rivers, ravines and valleys. Few fresh springs and rivers with a bitter salty water fall into the Lake Elton. The hot sun evaporates the water, leaving a salty sludge. Elton Lake seems to be the biggest and richest famous salt lake of all over the world. 9th place, Ardennes K Cave. Ardennes K Cave is the longest underwater gypsum cave in Russia and one of the longest in the world. This place is a real paradise for divers. It attracts lovers of cave diving not only from all over the Urals, but also from other Russian regions and even from other countries. Ardennes K Cave is in the Perm region, on the left bank of the river Kungur. Although the cave is known for a long time, its study began only in 1990s. Currently, the length of surveyed cave passages is 4,600 meters. The dry part of the cave takes only 300 meters, and more than 4,000 meters is underwater. The speleodivers continue studying the cave, and new discoveries are not excluded. Only experienced divers can visit the beautiful underwater cave. 8th place, the Lenna Pillars. The Lenna Pillars is a 40-kilometer series of cliffs stretching along the right bank of the Lena River. The formation of Lenna Pillars Ridge began about 400,000 years ago. In fact, these are steep cliffs which are based on limestone. The length of the rock is more than 40 kilometers. It is a nature reserve of Yakutia nowadays. Pillars are especially beautiful at sunrise. Mountain range resembles an ancient castle or a magical palace, and the foot of the river serves as a mirror, making the pillars twice bigger and majestic. 7th place, the Valley of Geysers. Among the mountains of the eastern volcanic belt, at a height of more than 500 meters away, in the pool of Noisy River is located one of the wonders of Russia, the Valley of Geysers. Valley of Geysers is the cup of an ancient lake, vanished centuries ago, that is deeply dissected along the bottom of the mountain river. This is the only geyser field in Russia and Eurasia, one of the largest in the world. There are more than 20 large geysers. Each of these geysers are unique. Each of them has its own name and character. A giant erupts to a height of 30 meters and 30 tons of water per minute, and triple gushes directly from the 3 holes. Large throws water from a huge shell griffin that creates a unique water cascade, and Firstborn throws boiling water through the stone directly into the river. 6th place, Jack London Lake. Jack London Lake in the Magadan region is one of the largest and most beautiful lakes in the Far East. Its length is 10 kilometers. The lake is in the mountains. It is never too warm even in summer. Night frosts begin at late August, even earlier. There are small glaciers in the mountains and on the lake. Several picturesque headlands jutting into the lake. This narrow lake reminds the fjords of Norway. Jack London Lake is one of the most beautiful and exotic lakes in Far East. Old people say that the lake got its name because of the unusual discovery of the pioneers. The researchers have found the book of Jack London's Martin Eden. 5th place, Plateau of Pootron. In a polar area of Krasnoyarsk territory, Plateau of Pootron is located. A truly fantastic and beautiful creation of nature. The first thing that occurs when you get here, a feeling of unreal environment. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, there were the Plateau of glaciers. They descended down the valleys, extending and deepening their way. As a result, the plateau was dissected by canyons with steep and vertical slopes, in height of several hundred meters. The long narrow lakes create the indelible impression. Waterfalls of Pootron rivers are the most powerful and highest and most beautiful in the country. Reporters compared Plateau of Pootron with a lost world of Conan Doyle, and tourists call it as the edge of 10,000 lakes and thousands of waterfalls. Together, they make up the largest freshwater reservoir in Siberia after Baikal. Fourth place, Mountain Elbrus. Mountain Elbrus amazes imagination, tempting the climbers, ski lovers and fans of active leisure. It is actually a volcano. Scientists call Elbrus a stratovolcano. It means that from time to time from the conical crater flows thick lava, which do not spread over long distances because of its height, and solidify near the point of emission. That's why Elbrus is growing and is currently considered to be the highest mountain peak in Europe. By the way, there are two peaks of the volcano. One of them, the west, has a height of 5,642 meters, and the other, eastern, 5,621 meters. The two peaks are separated by a saddle, having a height of 5,200 meters and a length of 3 kilometers. Third place, Tsayskaya Gorge. In Tsayskaya mountainous region of the Caucasus, in the headwater of Tsaydon and Skazdon, is located the most famous natural attraction of Alania, Tsayskaya Gorge. This is an amazing place that formed by Tsayskaya and Kalperovskaya ridges with length of 23 kilometers. The nature here is so diverse that in 1967 it was decided to include the valley to the North Ossetian State Reserve. Dense forests, high mountain peaks, waterfalls, fast-flowing rivers, green meadows and pure mountain air is a paradise for tourists. There is an international Tsay ski resort nowadays. Thousands of tourists visit it every year. Visitors can use various skiing, climbing and hiking routes. Second place, Altai Mountains. First of all, the Altai Mountains are famous for their immense beauty and variety of landscapes. Steep cliffs are combined with picturesque forests and crystal-clear mountain rivers in a unique harmony. Altai Mountains really combine a variety of landscapes. Green meadows give way to steep cliffs, forests are replaced by crystal-clear waters of the lakes. Talking about the unique beauty of these mountains can be infinitely long. The Altai Mountains were a place of inspiration for many writers and poets, and also Altai Mountains appear in many creative works. The diversity of nature has left its mark on the culture and religion of the indigenous population of the territory, Altai people. Achievements of the Altai folk medicine is highly valued. Many nations passed through the Altai and left their traces: the Scythians, Huns, Turks. Altai Mountains are also called as an open-air museum. First place, Lake Baikal. There is a narrow crescent almost in the center of Eurasia, Lake Baikal. It is the deepest lake in the world's largest natural reservoir of fresh water. The Baikal Lake region is surrounded by high ridges on all sides. It is spread over 636 km long and 80 km wide, and the surface area is equal to the square areas of such countries as Belgium, Netherlands or Denmark. 336 permanent rivers and streams falls in Baikal. The Selengo River brings the half volume of water by flowing into the lake, but only one river that flows out of the lake is Angara. In order to realize the enormity of Lake Baikal, imagine that Angara would take 387 years of continuous work to drain it. Only of course that during this time the lake will not get any liters of water and not a drop to evaporate from the surface. Baikal is unique and surprising. It is unusually transparent, pure and saturated with oxygen. It was considered to be curative not so long ago, and it can help treat the diseases. That's it. Although this is only a small part of the huge natural wealth in Russia, there are also hundreds and thousands of wonderful and unforgettable places that you can visit. It was the 1000th Question channel. Press like, subscribe to the channel and don't miss the next top video about 10 scariest places in Russia.